Did you know that a study from the University of Lincoln found that over 80% of dog owners misread their pets' emotional signals? That means even loving, well-intentioned owners, just like you, might be unknowingly making mistakes that can lead to stress, confusion, or even emotional distance between you and your dog. If you've ever wondered why your dog suddenly pulls away, acts out, or just seems off, this video is for you. Because the truth is, most people are making these mistakes without realizing it. In this video, we're going to uncover the 7 biggest mistakes you're probably making with your dog, and more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to fix them, so you can build a stronger, happier bond with your furry best friend. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Inconsistent rules and boundaries. Imagine living in a world where the rules change every day. One day you're allowed on the couch, the next day you're yelled at for it. That's exactly how many dogs experience their homes when rules aren't clear and consistent. Dogs thrive on predictability. Their brains are wired to find patterns and understand their place in a social group, your family. When boundaries shift constantly, it causes confusion and stress, which can lead to behavioral issues like excessive barking, anxiety, or even aggression. According to animal behaviorists, inconsistency is one of the leading contributors to miscommunication between dogs and their humans. What to do instead? Decide on your house rules and stick to them. If your dog isn't allowed on the bed, that rule should apply every day with everyone in the home. Use the same commands and rewards consistently. Reinforce good behavior immediately and redirect unwanted behavior calmly but firmly. Over time, your dog will feel safer and more secure, knowing exactly what to expect. How this affects your bond. Inconsistent rules don't just confuse your dog, they break trust. Imagine your best friend scolding you for something they encouraged you to do yesterday. It creates uncertainty and tension. When your dog knows what's expected, they relax, trust you more, and become more eager to please. You'll start to see more eye contact, calmer body language, and a happier overall demeanor, because your dog finally understands the game you're playing together. Mistake number 2, ignoring your dog's body language. Your dog is talking to you all the time, even if they're not making a sound. The problem? Most people simply don't know how to listen. Dogs use their bodies to express everything from fear to excitement. Ears back, tail tucked, lip licking, yawning, whale eyes, these aren't random behaviors. They're subtle signals that your dog is uncomfortable, anxious, or overstimulated. And if you miss these signs, your dog might feel ignored, misunderstood, or forced into situations they'd rather avoid. According to the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior, failure to recognize early stress signals is one of the top reasons minor issues escalate into aggression or reactivity. What to do instead? Start learning the basics of canine body language. Watch your dog in different contexts, during play, when meeting new people at the vet. Notice the difference between relaxed, neutral posture and signs of discomfort. If your dog shows early stress cues like yawning or turning away, give them space or remove them from the situation. Acknowledge their feelings by adapting your response instead of pushing through. How this affects your bond. When your dog realizes that you notice and respect their signals, something amazing happens. They trust you more. Just like in any relationship, being heard, really heard, builds emotional safety. Dogs who feel seen become more confident, more affectionate, and more likely to seek your guidance in uncertain moments. And for you, it means fewer surprises and a deeper, more intuitive connection. Mistake. Barker 3. Overusing verbal commands without teaching them properly. Sit. 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 Sound familiar? Many dog owners repeat commands endlessly, thinking their dog is being stubborn or defiant. But here's the truth. Most dogs don't ignore you out of disobedience. They simply don't understand what you're asking. Dogs don't speak English. They learn words through repetition, consistency, and, most importantly, association. If you haven't properly taught the meaning of a command, repeating it louder or faster won't help. In fact, it can lead to frustration on both sides and make your dog tune you out completely. Studies on canine cognition show that dogs process verbal cues differently than humans. They rely far more on tone, body language, and context than we do. So, If you're just throwing out words without clear training and reinforcement, you're speaking a language they haven't learned. What to do instead? Start by teaching one command at a time in a distraction-free environment. Use a clear verbal cue, like sit, pair it with a visual hand signal if possible, and reward the desired behavior immediately. Keep sessions short and consistent. Once your dog reliably performs the command at home, practice in new settings with gradual distractions. And remember, saying it once is enough. Your energy and follow-through matter more than repetition. How this affects your bond. When your dog understands what you want, communication becomes joyful instead of stressful. You're no longer nagging, you're partnering. Your dog feels successful, you feel proud, and your relationship becomes stronger. Teaching your dog is one of the most powerful forms of bonding. It builds trust, confidence, and a shared language that deepens your connection every day. Mistake number 4, not providing enough mental stimulation. A tired dog isn't just a physically exercised one, it's a mentally satisfied one. And here's where many owners go wrong. They focus solely on walks or fetch, completely overlooking their dog's cognitive needs. Dogs, especially working breeds like Border Collies, Labradors, and Shepherds, were bred for jobs. When they don't have tasks or challenges to engage their brains, they can become bored, anxious, or even destructive. Chewing furniture, digging holes, barking excessively, these are often cries for mental engagement, not just signs of bad behavior. Research from the Journal of Veterinary Behavior shows that dogs who receive regular cognitive enrichment are not only happier but also live longer, healthier lives. What to do instead? Add brain workouts to your dog's daily routine. Puzzle toys, scent games, basic obedience training, and interactive feeders are all excellent tools. Teach new tricks, rotate toys weekly, or hide treats around the house for a scavenger hunt. Even short 5-minute sessions can make a huge difference. Mental enrichment isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for your dog's emotional and behavioral health. How this affects your bond. When you challenge your dog mentally, you become more than a provider. You become a partner in play and learning. These moments of shared focus deepen your connection and increase your dog's engagement with you. Instead of seeing you as just a food source or walk giver, they begin to look to you as a source of fun, purpose, and leadership. The result: a calmer, more fulfilled dog and a much richer relationship. Quick pause. If any of these mistakes are sounding a little too familiar, don't worry. You're not alone. And the fact that you're watching this video means you care enough to do better, which already puts you ahead of most dog owners out there. If you're finding this helpful so far, take a second to subscribe to the channel for more weekly tips on how to better understand and connect with your dog. Like this video to let us know you're enjoying it. It really helps more pet lovers find this content. And tell me in the comments, which one of these mistakes have you caught yourself doing? Be honest. We're all learning together here. Alright, back to the list. This next one surprises almost everyone. Mistake number 5. Punishing natural behaviors instead of redirecting them. Has your dog ever barked, dug up the yard, or chewed on something important, and you responded with scolding, yelling, or even punishment? You're not alone. But here's the thing. Many of these behaviors are completely natural for dogs. Punishing them without understanding the why doesn't stop the behavior. It only teaches fear and confusion. Dogs bark to alert, dig because it's instinctual, chew to relieve stress or teething pain. These aren't acts of rebellion. They're expressions of instinct, boredom, or unmet needs. And harsh punishment often leads to unintended consequences like anxiety, reactivity, or damaged trust. According to the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior, aversive methods, like yelling or leash corrections, can increase aggression and fear-based behaviors over time. What to do instead? Redirect, don't reprimand. If your dog is chewing furniture, provide an appropriate chew toy and reward them when they use it. If they bark excessively, figure out the trigger and train an alternative response, like quiet followed by a reward. Digging? Set up a designated digging area in the yard. The key is to offer a healthy outlet for the behavior instead of trying to shut it down completely. How this affects your bond. When you guide your dog instead of punishing them, you show that you understand their needs, and that makes all the difference. Your dog feels safer, more secure, and more willing to listen. You become a source of guidance rather than fear. And that shift builds a deeper emotional bond, one based on respect, not intimidation. Trust grows, eye contact increases, and your dog starts to see you as the person who always helps them succeed. Mistake number 6, skipping socialization or doing it wrong. Socialization isn't just about letting your dog meet other dogs at the park. It's a critical developmental process that teaches them how to feel safe and confident in the world around them. And when it's missed or done poorly, it can lead to lifelong anxiety, reactivity, or fear-based behaviors. The critical window for socialization in puppies is between 3 to 14 weeks, but it doesn't stop there. Adult dogs still need positive, structured exposure to new sights, sounds, people, environments, and animals. Unfortunately, many owners either isolate their dogs out of fear or flood them with overwhelming experiences that backfire. Studies from veterinary behaviorists show that properly socialized dogs are significantly less likely to develop behavior problems and are more adaptable in unfamiliar situations. What to do instead? Start slow, go safe, and make it positive. Introduce your dog to new things gradually, one at a time, and always associate the experience with something good, like treats, praise, or play. Pay attention to your dog's body language. If they seem unsure, don't push. Let them observe from a distance and approach at their own pace. It's not about quantity, it's about quality, safety, and patience. How this affects your bond. When you guide your dog through the world with calm, positive reinforcement, they learn to trust you in new situations. You become their safe base. Whether it's meeting a new person or walking on a noisy street, your dog looks to you for reassurance. And that shared trust is the foundation of a strong emotional connection. With proper socialization, your dog doesn't just tolerate the world, they thrive in it, with you right by their side. Mistake number 7, showing love in human ways. Instead of dog ways, hugging tightly, staring into their eyes, talking in baby voices. While these gestures might feel affectionate to us, they can actually confuse or even stress your dog. Dogs don't express love the same way humans do. In fact, behaviors like hugging or direct face-to-face contact can feel threatening in canine body language, and constantly smothering them with attention can make them overly dependent or anxious when left alone. It's a classic case of lost in translation, where your good intentions might be making your dog uncomfortable. Research published in Psychology Today shows that many dogs display signs of stress, such as turning the head, licking lips, or yawning when being hugged or held tightly. What to do instead? Learn to speak their love language. Dogs value calm presence, gentle petting on preferred spots, like the chest or shoulders, consistent routines, and shared activities like walks or play. Respect their space when they need it, and reward calm behavior with quiet affection. Let them come to you for connection, and meet them where they are emotionally, not where we think they should be. How this affects your bond. When you love your dog in ways they understand, they feel safe, respected, and emotionally fulfilled. You're not overwhelming them, you're supporting them. And that deepens the bond in a natural, intuitive way. Your dog becomes more relaxed, more responsive, and more connected to you because they feel truly seen and understood. And that's the most powerful form of love you can give. Conclusion, Ultimos 60s. So here's the big takeaway. Most of us aren't bad dog owners, we're just human. And sometimes, without meaning to, we send the wrong messages or miss what our dogs are trying to tell us. But the good news? Every single mistake we covered today is fixable, with a little awareness, consistency, and heart. If you've made any of these mistakes before, and honestly, who hasn't, give yourself grace. Your dog isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for connection. And by simply watching this video, you've already taken a huge step toward deepening that bond. Now that you know what not to do, here's your next step. Click on the video on the screen right now.